Hey, Tabin, you remember that AD episode from a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, with even with all that drinking, I felt freaking great the next day. No hangover, nothing. And you know why?
I mean, I have no idea what those things are, but I do want to know why.
Well, because I took Broad electrolyte vitamins. They're like super Gatorade in a vitamin. Anyway, I felt so great the next day that I emailed them and I said to them, hey man, great product. And you know what? The CEO emails me back to say, thanks.
Oh, nice.
Love to hear from fans. What are you guys up to? And bam, just like that, Broad electrolyte vitamins becomes a supporter of this show. I mean, I know.
That's pretty great. Thank you, Broad.
Thank you, Broad. I mean, who likes being hungover or dehydrated? So guess what? We've got a special deal for all our listeners. Go to Broad Electrolyte Vitamins website at broad.co. That's BRODE.co. There's no M. And use the code BFFT at checkout to get 25% off your order with no limit to your order size. The more you order, the more you save. And on top of that, Broad will donate 25% of the proceeds from every order using the code BFFT back to the show to help support its production. So it's a win-win-win for everyone.
That's awesome.
So that's Broad, BRODE.co.
It really is. I mean, Broad gets stuff. We get things. You first get things. It's kind of great.
And remember, that's BRODE.co. And code BFFT at checkout. Hangovers are the worst, and this stuff is the best. So go to broad.co and use code BFFT.
I mean, hey, Barely.
Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Tabin, I know that you love McDonald's.
I do.
And we stop there before we leave town every time we go to a con. But did you hear about their newest offering?
I did not hear about their newest offering.
Yeah, they're trying to get into the steakhouse market. I think it will be a big mixed steak.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, it'll be a big mixed steak. And I also want to tell you that I found out today that aardvarks cannot contract COVID.
Oh, they can't? That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, they're full of antibodies. Because they're an anteater. Oh, wow. Tabin, should we get started?
Well, first I want to tell you about a friend of mine.
You have a friend?
He's more of I wave my paw at him, and he's nice enough to wave back every now and then.
Oh, well, that's good.
But he got a new dog, and he named his dog 5 Miles so that he could tell people that he walked 5 miles. But he's been doing he's been working out a lot and everything, and so today he actually ran over 5 miles.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, I think that we should get started on that. That's terrible. Let's just get started. Let's roll the opening credits, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do that. This is Barely Furcasting, featuring Tabin and Injured Nerves audio production. Okay, well, hello, greetings, and salutations, and guten tag, and hola, and hello, and mubarak fluff, and all the other greetings that I can think of to all the creatures listening in the Podiverse. I am Barely Normal, your co-host, and returning as co-host today is Tabin. Welcome back, Tabin.
Oh, hi. Well, thank you. It's good to be back.
I hope your special assignment last week went well, did it?
It did.
Good.
That's what I'll say about
good.
That.
That's good. All right. I want to inform everybody about some things before we get started today. Due to production schedules, I don't know why my voice is going up. I think, am I like a teenage boy all of a sudden? I don't know. So, Tabin, I want to inform everyone of some things. Due to production schedules, etc., this episode is coming out on June 11th, the weekend after BLFC. All right. So when it comes out, you put some things in there. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to edit this out.
So the point is, if they're
Yes.
not listening, if this comes out on June 11th, they're not going to be listening to this until June 11th. So you don't need to tell them that it comes out on June 11th because they'll be listening to it on June 11th or later.
Wow. You are so correct. So, wow, mind blown. Mind blown.
So maybe keep that in there. Just
maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to keep that in there because, okay, so on the 18th of June, we will have a recap of BLFC. I think the reason I wanted to say this was because we're probably going to talk about going to BLFC today. We're during the recording, and even though this even comes out afterwards, I am so confused right now, and I think that I am so far off the rails that we should just get going on there. On the 18th, we will have a recap of BLFC, etc., etc., etc. Wow. And they all heard a live broadcast of us last week. So there you go. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
That was
I don't
good
even know
times.
what's going anymore.
Well, I'll let you. I have. So something happened. Well, I
yes.
say something happened.
Besides right now, because
something
I'm about ready to hang it up at this point.
Just now, something crazy, mind-blowing just happened. But also, do
What's
you
that?
remember, Barely, at Spokanthro, we recorded the frog pup video?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I mean, it's been up there for a while. And just 2 days ago, there's been some comments, but 2 days ago, commented, I don't know why, but I am obsessed with this.
Fart, 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 bit, rib, fart, rib, fart, bit, ribbit, 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 ribbit,
And I just had to make that note. I thought it was interesting that happened. It's not a joke. It's something that I actually have. I don't know.
It actually happened. All right.
Woo!
Nice.
And something else that actually happened. So I made a Twitter poll. And this Twitter poll said, out of... the Twitter poll said, who is your favorite co-host for the podcast?
Uh-huh. Oh.
And I got 10 responses. 10. Are you ready for who won?
Not me, I'm sure.
A tie. It was actually, well, you're not a co-host. You're the host. I'm the co-host. I meant the person to you.
Guest
so you're
co-host.
safe. You're totally fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not guest, like just co-hosts overall to be your co-host. And it was actually a tie between Lemnius and Rain Raccoon.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. That's very exciting.
Yeah, it
of the
rose
10
above
listeners,
me. Out of 10 listeners, it rose above me. It rose above Bucktown Tiger.
Wow.
It's great. Yeah.
All
so
right.
now we know.
Well,
and I have these
Yes.
things. So I was at the gym the other day, and people are like really stupid sometimes. So there's this guy on the treadmill next to me. He put his water bottle in the Pringles holder. I mean, can you believe that?
The Pringles. Got it.
I know.
Okay. Now I understand what you were saying.
And what's really cool is I was really productive today. I was cleaning things out and everything, and I had a whole bunch of dead batteries, and I got rid of them. And to get rid of them, I just gave them away, free of charge.
Yes, exactly. Free of charge. Let's get into the past today, shall we?
We shall.
Let's get into the past today because we have a guest waiting in the wings. Well, not a guest so much as a former co-host. Well, not former, but current. Wait a minute. I am really getting off the rails at this point. It's like, okay, so waiting in the wings is Rain Raccoon, who has served as co-host and is associate editor for the podcast.
He's popular.
Yes,
very
he's
popular.
very popular. He's very popular. And so we're going to talk about the past today. And first of all, I'm going to let Rain come in and correct a thing that he had a mistake on last week.
Oh no!
Hey guys!
Hi.
Hey. So also, I want to note, thank you to everyone who voted for me, and I did not vote in your poll at all.
It's just an honor to be nominated.
I didn't even know it was there, but yeah, that's awesome. So, anyways, yeah. So Raccoon made a mistake last week about the author of the Grim Noir Chronicles. I told you, good furs, that the author was Brad Magnarella, and that was totally wrong.
Oh.
So Brad writes a wonderful series called the Professor Croft book series, as well as one called the Blue Wolf series. But the author of the Grim Noir Chronicles is Larry Correia. So sorry I led you furs astray. But on a side note, the Blue Wolf series is really good. It's about a guy who gets turned into a big blue werewolf. So check that out.
Werewolf.
That's by
And
Brad
before you go,
Magnarella.
Rain, how was your
Yes.
well, for both you, Aaron Beverly and Rain, and why do I say and that? So and every fur, how was the recording last week? I haven't heard it yet.
It was fun. We had a good time.
Oh, see, I think
It would have been more fun with you there, but we
good
shouldered,
save.
we
Good
soldiered on.
Save.
We soldiered on, and we got through it, and we didn't get off the rails too much.
And since you soldered on, you have a lot of like metal that's now put together because you soldered on.
Not soldered on.
Not soldered on. Soldiered on.
The L is silent in solder, like the P in baby.
Huh? Exactly.
Yes.
There's a lot of P in baby.
There's a lot of pee in baby. That's why their diapers get wet. Anyway, so the rest of the past today, I want to talk about...
What's that? What even just...
Whatever happened to that? I don't know. The pee in baby. Yes, that's why their diapers are wet. Okay, so you mentioned several weeks ago about a Scottish show on the BBC called Still Game.
Oh, yes. Did you watch it?
I tried. I tried so very, very hard. And in fact, I was like 10 minutes in. I was like, I have no idea what they're saying. I know they're speaking English. I have no idea what they're saying on the show. I had to turn the subtitles on and start over.
That's such a good idea. I should have.
And then what was really funny is the subtitles, they were using Scottish slang. So the subtitles even had they were written in the Scottish slang. So I was like, I still don't know what that means.
I still don't know.
I still don't know what that means.
That's funny.
Oh, yep. But it's very European and very dry type humor. If you're into that, it's okay. Think of Monty Python, but dumber,
dumber than that, even dumber
than that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm glad we're on the
same
page
bad,
with that. It was.
And then,
I mean, the plot that we could make out, like it wasn't like this is not interesting at all. This is dumb. Why do they have 9 seasons of this? Come on,
9 seasons of this. Exactly. Yes. Okay. And then you mentioned a movie called Meet the Feebles.
Oh yeah.
Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles. We're not your average. Ordinary people. Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles.
Now, I couldn't find it on anything, any streaming services. Although
kind of
I
old,
did see it's from 1989. So it's very old. So it's 33 years old. I couldn't find it on any streaming services. I did find coming attractions or a preview or a movie trailer for it on YouTube. And
you did.
Oh my fluff. That show is crazy.
It's it's like I said, it's a little disturbing actually. And you got that just from the trailer.
I did. I had to remind everybody. I had to tell everybody it's a puppet movie. It's like Jim Henson and the Muppets went to I don't know, some weird hedonistic place and decided that that's what they were going to do, and it's just very strange. Which reminded me a lot of the movie that came out several years ago called The Happy Time Murders. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't even heard of that. No. That's something I should check out.
You should check that out. It is available on streaming services. So it's called The Happy Time Murders. It's got Melissa McCarthy in it as one of the lead characters.
Okay.
So yeah, it's but it's along the same line as Meet the Feebles.
Okay.
Much more updated. Be forewarned, or be 5 warned, if you will.
Dun.
If you will. Dun. Do you have any past today before we get to our other part of the show?
I do. Okay, I do. Okay, so first of all, season 2, episode 51.
Okay.
Will Toledo. We talked about Will Toledo and car seat headrest lead and how he, wore his fursuit on stage and all that and everything. And so you talked about the TikTok vid of a crowd surfing fur, and you weren't sure if the security, because you saw security, you thought, and you weren't sure if they took him away or not. So
Right.
probably not, because at, things like they have security guards guarding the actual stage just to guard the stage, but they also help crowd surfers down, and the crowd surfers are usually passed towards the front. So I'm guessing that's what that was, just a bunch of
just helping them to the front.
just helping.
It's like
Just helping. Also
helping
on
them find
same,
the door. What?
Huh?
Hello?
What?
Huh?
Hello?
Yeah? Hello?
What?
Toodly doodly doo. Toodly doodly doo.
June 11th is when this
Yes.
plays. So if you're also
Yes.
it's way too much fun.
There's
Also
way
on
too
that,
many rails off we're out of here. Yes.
I love how you said that. There are way too many rails that
Rails that
we are
we're off of, yes.
So on that same episode, I had a math section, and in that math section was when I talked about the foundations of math. I had a set theory section where I
Yes.
talked about set theory, and then I had a type theory. And anyway, the set theory section, you were fine. It's like, okay, and then you were like nodding, you're like, oh yeah, I remember, blah blah.
Yeah, sure.
And then,
yeah.
but it was going on a little bit long. And
Yes.
after that, when I was getting to the next part of what I was saying, I said, okay, are you holding on? And you said, we're holding on, riveted for the conclusion. And I should have taken
Yes.
that as a hint. And I
Yes,
did not.
Yes, you should have.
So
you did not. No.
very quickly, you were engaged for the first part, but very quickly you were not. And
Yeah.
for the rest of what you just weren't. And I got excited, went on, and you were, anyway, I had to talk about that. Also, the last thing for my pass today is,
Yes.
so
yes.
several weeks ago, I started just out of nowhere singing Weird Al's Taco Grande.
Yes, you did.
And then the next, but I forgot it and forgot words and whatever for the second verse. And so the next episode, I said, well, I don't remember where I left off, so I'll just start over. So I sang the whole first verse, and I promised the next time, which is this time, I would sing the next verse. So I'm going to sing that now.
Okay.
So there's the first verse, okay, and then Taco Grande, do 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 do. Taco Grande. Well, there's not a taco big enough for a man like me. That's why I ordered 2 or 3. So let me give you a tip. Just try nacho chip. It's really good with bean dip. I ate 1, 2, 3, 4 burritos. Pretty soon I can't fit in my speedos. Well, I hope they feed us a lot of chicken fajitas and a peach for margaritas. For the combination plates, I'll come with beans and rice. The taquitos here are very nice. Now I'm down on my knees. We need some extra tomatoes and cheese. And could you make that separate checks, please? Do 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 do. Taco. Do 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 do. Okay, and so next time I will just finish off the song. How's that?
Okay. Sounds wonderful. Okay, so mailbag. It was fun this week. Yeah, it was fun this week in the BFFT chat. And all you listeners, if you're not in the BFFT Telegram chat, join up because we have a lot of fun in there. We have so much going on. We have chats with Tabin and myself and Rain and Lux and all those people. And it's amazing some of the stuff that goes on. And just recently, Tabin posted OMC for Oh My Cow. And I think there was like 200 different versions of what OMC stood for in about 20 minutes. There was a lot.
All of them were wrong, of course, but there was
all of them were wrong, but there was a lot going on there, and I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, a lot of good guesses to what OMC stood for.
And I have no mailbag.
You have no mailbag.
I do not.
I'm going to talk about my little section about That's Just Stupid.
That's the stupid part.
That's right, because
are you stupid or something?
As that one person said, stupid is as stupid does. All right, so a fox, yes, an actual fox, stole a wallet in the town of Oxford, England. He ran off and was frightened and dropped it shortly after swiping it. Then a cyclist, a human cyclist, found it and started using the credit cards in it because, well, why not? I mean, if you find a wallet, go ahead and use the credit cards, right? No, if you find a wallet, return it. Duh. The cyclist was arrested. The fox, however, remains at large because he was, of course, the instigator of this whole thing. But I'm sure if he were caught, he would say... Yes, I did. Okay. Now, there is a Welsh-Italian pizza company, and they put up a street vendor booth with their website, which, now listen to this very carefully. It's www.welshitalianpizza, which is Welsh Italian pizza. But if you look at it, it looks like it says, well, shit, alien pizza. Now, I'm not sure what alien pizza is, but I'm not a fan of it. But hey, folks, read carefully, or when you make a sign like that, be careful not to put, well, shit, because Welsh Italian pizza is much different than, well, shit, alien pizza. A woman in Lawndale, California, claims that she developed, are you ready for this, Taven? Are you ready for this? This is totally insane. Okay. You know, I thought I might have a hard time finding stories for this bit, but I have not had any trouble finding stories for this bit.
You have
whatsoever.
Not.
No. A woman in Lawndale, California claims that she developed a foreign accent after being struck by a Hilton Garden Inn shuttle at LAX, the airport in Los Angeles. She claims she was struck by the right rear of the bus and then began speaking with a European accent after being struck. And you know what? It's actually a real thing. It's called foreign accent syndrome. It's been documented. It's so rare, though, that only less than 100 people have ever been truly diagnosed with it since it was discovered in 1907.
Oh.
So I don't think she's all there. I don't think she's all there, Tabin. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I think I got hit by a bus and now I'm talking in an Australian accent. Oh no. And finally, we mentioned several episodes ago about how parasitic worms were gender biased. And you asked me, and this is kind of in the past today, but you asked me to come up with some different names of the gender biased worms, and I couldn't because they're all in Latin. However, a new millipede, or arthropod, as they're officially called, has been named for Taylor Swift. Because when you think of millipedes, you think of Taylor Swift, right? Okay. The species is named Nanaria swiftae, or vernacularly, the swift twisted claw millipede. Now, I'm not sure, but I think maybe the scientist had some sort of other claw on board when he named it. Like a white claw, you know? Oh. Anyway, that is my news of the weird and stupid.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Well, that was quite the journey. You are correct.
It was.
And it's like you said, when you first came up with this segment, I thought, okay, it's a really cool segment. I can't wait to, but there's, it's only going to last like an episode or two because there can't be too much. But as you say, every single week, there's more. So there it goes. There it is. There it is.
There it goes. And but
Yay,
you know what's
the world
not weird?
in which we live. What's
I know.
that?
You know what's not weird? What's not weird is Broad electrolyte vitamins.
That's actually awesome.
One of our sponsors. Well, our only sponsor at the moment. But Broad electrolyte vitamins. It's great. Take them before you have any type of activity you're doing, athletic activity, if you're athletic in any way, shape, or form. Even if you're an athletic supporter, go ahead and take some Broad. If you're going to do some drinking, take some Broad beforehand, and you will not be hungover afterwards because it boosts your electrolytes. It makes you happy. It makes you better, and you will not be hungover. And it's great is if you're going on a long trip, like we're going to be in the car, or we were in the car for a long time. I took a couple of Broad before we left on our trip to BLFC, and normally after 9 hours in the car, I kind of have like a headache and stuff like that. And it's not because I'm listening to you talk all the time. It's just because it's a long drive.
Okay,
and,
good save.
Yeah. But I took a couple of electrolyte vitamins from Broad before we left. And when we got to BLFC, I was perfect. I was happy. I was great. I was able to unpack, go about doing things because you suited up within minutes of us arriving. It's incredible how you do that. It's like, I'm not even done unpacking and you're ready to go. He's like, let's go. And that's where he went. So Broad. You went.
And
Brood.
and their vitamins, they're actual vitamin. This is no like drug
actual
or
vitamins.
anything. This is an actual vitamin
This is
concoction.
actual vitamin. Right. It's kind of like the same thing that's in various energy drinks and whatnot, but it helps you better. And listeners of our podcast you get 25% off their entire purchase through the end of July. Entire purchase, and it doesn't expire, so you could use it. You could buy some today, you could buy some tomorrow, and if you enter BFFT at checkout, you will get 25% off your entire purchase.
And by the way, I need to say, don't enter BFFT at checkout. Enter just BFFT at checkout, and then.
I think our listeners know that. I think they've done enough online shopping to know.
Just making sure how that works.
Let's make sure. All right.
It's like I'm entering BFFT at checkout, and that's a long code.
It's not taking it.
Nothing's
it's
happening.
a long code. Any fur that got a sample of Brood from us at BLFC, when you take it, let us know how it went for you, because you will be doing great.
Great save. That was a very good save.
Clap, 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 clap. Much. All right, let's get on to our media section, shall we? Let's get on to that. Media. Woof.
Wackiness and crazy times.
Wackiness and craziness ensued. Hilarity has ensued. Ha 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 ha.
I hope so anyway.
I have watched a few more episodes of Strange New Worlds, which is the newest Star Trek spin-off on the on the Paramount Plus network. It's really good. Very good, I have to say.
I have to watch that.
It's the newest iteration of Star Trek, if you will, and they are going back to the episodic, much like the original series, where each story was contained in that time frame only. There's no overarching storyline other than it's the same characters over and over and over again. But that's the only thing that's going on there. I am almost done with Yellowstone, which is the
how many seasons
Kevin
did they
Costner. They have 4 published. They have a 5th one coming out.
Oh, so you're almost
not out yet.
You're almost done with 4. Okay.
I'm almost done with 4. If anybody has not seen Yellowstone, it's like watching The Godfather, but with cowboys and cattle. So think of all the violence of The Godfather and then put cowboys in it.
And cattle.
And cattle, because that's what Yellowstone is all about. And I started a new book. I know I have many, many books that I'm reading.
You do?
I've got 20, but this is all my books that I read normally are on my iPad, so it's electronic.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is a physical, hold in your hand book with words on a paper page. I know it's a concept that's foreign to a lot of people. Yes. I was at our
so it's almost like you were hit with a bus because it's so foreign to them that you're reading. You see where I'm trying to go there. It's not working out.
I kind of see where you're going. Not sure where, but I kind of.
The foreign language syndrome that when you get hit by a bus, it's...
I was speaking an accent. Gotcha.
Yes, okay. But it's a it didn't work. I tried. I tried so hard.
You so hard.
Tell me how much that failed. Please let me know how much that failed.
How much that failed so hard. Anyway.
Okay, good.
Maybe if you didn't have a taco or a egg roll as a tail, you would have a problem.
Tail, maybe that would help.
Yeah. So it's called Witch's Bones. It's by a local author. I was at the Saturday Market here in Salem a couple of weeks ago, and they had a little booth called Author's Corner. I thought, Author's Corner. There's one author, but he had 2 books, and he's self-published. So he's like, "How much are your books?" And he told me, and I said, "I'll buy one of each." He was so excited because it was like close to the time that it was ending. He says, "I haven't sold a book all day. I'm so excited you bought one of each."
Nice.
Like, yay. Well, good for you.
And what were those books?
Well, one's called Witch's Bones, and the other is called The Practitioner. And they're both like fantasy books. One is like magic and potions and things like that. And the other is about, witches.
Witches.
You know?
Which is what?
Which is pretty good. Yeah, which is pretty good. What about you, Taven? What have you been doing and watching and reading and eating and
Do
sleeping?
do we have time for this? Because actually, I have a lot of things to say here.
Well, let's go for it.
Okay. Well, because it's been a few weeks, and it turns out we watched a lot. I don't know how. Okay, I'll try and make this quick. Okay, so before I get into the watching, I'm putting this in media because it's something that I came across the other day. You know the show Arthur with the we never figured out if it's a bear or a hamster or whatever, the little cartoon thing, Arthur.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Huh?
So very, very actually cool. In 2019, they started their 22nd season, believe it or not. I mean, well, that's cool too, but that's not what I'm trying to say.
22 seasons, wow.
That's a lot. And so the episode, their premiere episode, season 22, episode 1 was titled Mr. Ratburn and the Special Someone. And it was it was hitting on diversity very, very good. I was very proud of this because, so let me just read you the thing. During the season premiere of season 22 of the animated series Arthur on Monday, was not, whenever that was, Arthur, Francis, Buster, and Muffy spent most of their time trying to play matchmaker for their third grade teacher, Mr. Ratburn. But in the end, Mr. Ratburn has his own plans. He ties the knot with Patrick, a local chocolatier, at a wedding he attended by the students. So they had, in this first episode, they had Mr. Ratburn and Patrick get married, a gay marriage on this children's show. It's very, very nice.
It's very progressive.
Very progressive. And I forget exactly what the article said, but something about the network and people are trying to get diversity and introduce diversity to children and, just send it out there. And there's been a few other shows, I forget what, but there's been a few other children's shows that have introduced gay marriage and things like that. So very, very cool, I thought. I really needed to. Now, I haven't seen the episode. I want to see the episode, but I haven't. But I thought it was very notable and worth, giving that a shout out on the show here. So let's see. Also, before I get to watching a news article I saw. Oh, it was about this small town robbery. And the robber, he goes in and does the robber thing, and he pulls out a gun and points out at the teller and screams, "Give me all your money or your geography." And the teller asks, "Don't you mean history?" And the robber says, "Don't change the subject."
Oh, okay.
But the thing about Arthur was true. I'm just letting us know that the thing... Okay, so now what I've been watching, now that I got that out of my system, thank you. What I've been watching for lunchies, I've continued watching Q-Force. Now, Q-Force is actually, I think last time I talked about it, I said, yeah, it's okay, it's not bad. It's actually really good. I'm really liking it.
It is,
actually.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you watch, so I know there's only one season. Did you watch the whole first season?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm hoping they come up with another season. I watched episode 9 today, so there's 10 episodes. So I've got the last one to watch, but I'm really liking it. It's really good. I have a few notable quotes from the last few episodes that I've watched. This is from episode 6. Mary. I love Mary's voice, by the way. I really love Mary's voice. But Mary says, this was at the very beginning of episode 6, and they're going to Intellicon, he and Deb. And he says, anyone gets to be a part of a telecon, and we're part of it. We're anyone. And I thought that was really funny.
Okay.
It was awesome. And in episode 8, Stat, the computer whiz, says, any is my favorite means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Yes, and it's her favorite. I thought that was awesome. Same episode. Mary's in a grocery store talking to a guy by the name of Andrew, just some random guy. And he says, the guy says, I had a little thing for that Robin Hood fox from the late 70s. So I really appreciated. Yeah. I really appreciated them throwing in a little furry in there. I mean, this pup right here. Yeah, the Robin Hood fox. Anyway, so that was cool. And in episode 9, the episode I watched today, Twink, he said, that bird looks like a helicopter. And of course, it was a helicopter. And I thought that was very funny. Anyway, so that was awesome. It's a very, very good show. I'm actually
it's a very,
really
very
liking
good
the show. It's actually got a good plot that's going on too. So it's very cool. Cool. So we also finished like the season finale we watched of Grace and Frankie.
Okay.
Have you finished Grace and Frankie yet?
I have not finished it yet, but you can go ahead and spoilers. I'm good.
No, it's not. I mean, I really like the ending. We both thought it was a very great last episode. Great last season.
I have to ask, because I know this is the last season. They're not going to make any more.
Mm-hmm. As far as I know. Yeah, right.
Did Dolly Parton come on the final episode?
You heard correctly.
Okay.
And I didn't know that was going to happen. I did not know it. And in the scene there, she was like, what? I know. What? Wow. It was very cool.
Do you know why she came on the show?
I don't.
Because the three of them starred in the movie 9 to 5.
9 to
That's
5.
Right. Yes. And
now
they had asked her. They had asked her to be part of the show from the beginning, and she said she was too busy, but she would be happy to make a cameo at some point in the show, and they thought it'd be best to have it as the season finale.
That
the series
is
finale.
So awesome. Because I've actually seen 9 to 5 like actually a lot of times, and I don't know why I didn't even put that together. Because Lily Tallman and what's her name? Jane Fonda.
And, there you go. I'll draw it out of you sooner or later. It's like,
yeah, I can't believe
like
I didn't put that together. That's awesome. That is very, very cool. I'm so glad I actually mentioned that. So yeah, it was very good ending and very cool and the whole last season was very Grace and Frankie-ish, and I think you'll appreciate it. Be glad to hear what you have to say about when you do listen to it. So then we also watched the next episodes of Young Sheldon.
Okay.
You know, it's not quite done. We watched that. We watched, I think it's Netflix. It has 4 seasons out. It's called Halt and Catch Fire. Have you heard of this show?
I have not even, haven't even heard of it.
Not even.
Nope.
Halt and Catch Fire. So it's got 4 seasons, as I said, 2014 to 2017. It's actually really good. We're only in season 1, but it's actually really good. It's like in the early days of computers and IBM and stuff. And it's not like a History Channel type thing. It's like an actual like show with drama kind of and stuff. It's actually pretty good. I kind of recommend checking it out. See what you think. And I'm not done with but I'll say this now.
Okay. Go ahead.
We started Yellowstone.
Did you? Yay.
We did. We started Yellowstone. Well, we're in season 1, episode 5, I think.
Okay.
So the first, like the pilot, and which was an hour and a half long, but the first 2 episodes, I wasn't actually digging it, but we've seen a few more, and I'm liking it now. I mean, I want to watch more. I'm liking it, and Kevin Costner is a really great actor. He does, I think, really great in this role.
Yes.
Tate the kid is such a cute little guy.
Right. Yes.
I think. I don't see as much violence as I expected, but I'm only in episode 5 or 6, so maybe I haven't seen it yet.
Have they gone to the train station yet?
I don't think so. No, they haven't gone to the train station.
Okay.
That's why. Okay.
You'll just have to let me know when they go to the train station.
Okay. Do you remember which season it's in?
Oh, it's in the first season.
Oh, so we're getting there.
The train station. Oh yeah, they established the train station in the first season. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, all you furs, I'll be seeing the train station in the near future.
I think it might actually be in the next. It might be in the next episode.
It's like coming up. Oh,
it's coming. Oh,
I think we're going to be watching Yellowstone tonight. So,
ooh, you'll have to telegram me and tell me that you got to the train station.
It's either tonight or tomorrow. We're going to watch another episode.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a message and let you know.
Okay.
No, but it is good. I'm liking it definitely, and also what you said just a little bit ago about how Godfather meets cattle and cowboys. Yes.
Definitely.
No, yeah, I do see that definitely for sure. We also watched this. See, listen to this. We have 2 more shows to talk about. Have you heard of the shows Bruise Boys? It's a 2020 Netflix show.
Have not heard of that at all. No.
So there's only 1 season. There's only 8 episodes in the season, and there's no surprise why.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's one of the. It's actually not it's like not Still Game or something. It's okay. It's one of those. It's a Netflix produced thing, and it's very wacky and crazy and a different storyline, but also like just what? I mean, what? So it's one of those, and that's why.
What?
I mean, it's hard to. It's kind of stupid, but it's semi-entertaining. It's actually, if you have because I know you watch some shows before 90 Night Time and stuff. So if you have a show and you have nothing else to watch, I would say actually try it and not expect a lot, but don't expect like horrible. It's like, nah, it's entertaining. It's something you might watch when you go to bed.
Right.
We've watched
Good
7
enough,
episodes, so we have one more, and we're going to watch it, and it's okay. We don't feel bad about watching the last episode. We won't be unhappy. There's not a second season, though.
Okay.
And I also want to talk about, we've been watching so much. We also watched Kim and Kath. Have you heard of this show?
I have not. How do you find these shows?
So some of them, Tatsu, my husband, has had in his Netflix queue for a while, and we got done with like whatever show we were watching, and so we're like, what are we gonna watch? I don't know. So he just went down the list and made a list of like 15 different things, and I went through and like, okay, this looks okay, and this okay, and so that's how we try things. And so Kim and Kath was on that list of things to try out because it was highly rated. It's another British-esque. It's actually Australian. And it's another British show that we don't like. And
there you go.
Yeah. And it has, I don't know what's wrong with us. Maybe, I don't know. But so there's 4 seasons, so not as many as Still Game. There's 4 seasons that went 2002 through 2011. Sorry, 2007, because that makes 4 years.
Yes.
4 seasons.
That's good, because unless they skip several years.
It's many. IMDb gives it 8.3 out of 10. And we're like, okay, can't be so bad. So we watched it.
That bad.
And it's
bad.
It's slightly better than Still Game, but like not by much.
But not much.
You know, we watched, so you might remember when I talked about this on the show before about Still Game. We watched the first episode and it was like, we can't understand it. What we do understand, the plot is stupid. This is like, but it had 9 seasons. So we're like, we'll be very begrudgingly watch the next episode. And we're like, no more. So we only watched 2 episodes of that. We actually got through 4 episodes of Kim and Kath. And we're like, no more.
Okay.
No
more.
and you know, I don't know if it's our, so the first 3 seasons actually aired on ABC. And the premiere was one of ABC's highest rated shows, actually.
Really? Okay.
Really. Season 4 aired on the 7 network, which is an Australian network. And its premiere rated highest rating episode in Australian television history.
Wow.
And it's like, you think this would be an awesome thing. And it's like, no, what? And it's like, Kim is insanely selfish and thinks she deserves everything, but it's not actual reality. And it's like, it's horrible. And it's not, it's just horrible. And it's won like all these awards and everything. So we're going to avoid British shows for a bit because we're just not having any luck with these things. And so that would be my media for the week, or the last few weeks anyway.
So I think Lux would like us to come over again. I know it's scary every time she sends us an invitation to come over and visit.
Do you think the Leprechaun Funeral is still going on?
I mean, certainly hope not, because that's been like
it has been weeks, but they do like to celebrate
Irish like
things,
to celebrate.
so I don't know.
They do like to celebrate death for a long period, and that's what keeps Jameson in business. But I think we should go ahead and walk on over to Lux's, and we'll see what's going on. Wow, it's raining outside. Do you have an umbrella? I hope you have an umbrella.
I don't,
but
I will have wet fur.
Wet fur. You'll just have to shake when you get in there.
I go.
Anyway, all right. So okay. Oh well. Well, here we are, and there's a note on the door that says, and it's a little tiny sticky note. Well, it's a little tiny sticky note. Now, I've seen sticky notes that are like 1 inch by 1 inch, but this is like 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch.
It's
It's
tiny,
really,
tiny.
really tiny.
I can't even read that. I don't wear glasses, Pop, so I don't.
Let me get the magnifying glass out. I'll get my iPhone out and put it
Oh,
on
I was going
magnifier.
to say, do you
it
carry a
says-
magnifying glass
it
around
says-
with you?
I do on
your
my
iPhone.
iPhone. It actually has one. It's amazing. Yeah. So it says use drive-through.
Drive-through.
Love you, Skylar.
Okay.
I don't know why Skylar says he
But-
loves us or who he's loving, but okay, well,
I'm
let's
a
walk
little
around to the
scared,
side.
but okay.
And we don't have a car to drive through, but we'll walk up. Hi.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me.
It's who?
Let's clog in the window.
Go to the window.
We're at the window. We're here to see Lux.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, your favorite character, Crunchwrap Earl.
Crunchwrap
Crunchwrap
So-
Earl.
Everybody loves Crunchwrap Earl. I didn't know you were a
That's
character, but okay.
I mean, I figured this whole metaphorical thing is like an experience. Also, I watched a lot of TV while I was using the guac, so reality got kind
I
of
bet.
But,
Okay,
now
yeah,
I gotta ask you guys, what's your relation to the betrothed? Are you on the wife's side or the husband's side, the groom of the bride? Let me know.
Well, I didn't realize there was. So when she sent us an invitation to come over, she didn't say whether it was a
Is
a
it like
wedding.
a taco mech wearing a
no,
burrito or
yes.
something?
Well, so the Leprechaun Funeral went so long, they just decided to come on got hitched. So now they're having a shotgun Leprechaun
Nice.
wedding.
Okay.
A shotgun
completely,
leprechaun. Is it a
Yeah,
little
very
tiny shotgun?
shotguns. Yeah,
Yes,
they're,
exactly.
They're basically just bottle rockets, but you gotta
Little
do
tiny
whatever.
shotgun.
So
Well,
I gotta figure out. Are you not here for the wedding? You're here for that science stuff, Taven. You're staying away from the
I'm
walk, right?
totally staying away from the
Yes.
walk. Definitely.
Brother, I am
Yes.
so
Yeah.
glad to
So-
hear that.
Yeah, I'm a clean pup
So,
now.
so can you let us in so we can go see Lux?
I mean, if you come on in, they're just about to start the ceremony, but I'm sure that you could sneak past all the leprechauns who are now congregating for the wedding. Just go around them, and then right behind
Okay.
the pulpit, just go ahead and,
Yes.
and pull a lever, and then a door will open, and you can go down to the lab.
Pull a lever. Okay. Well, all right. Well,
Just
You
don't step
can
on the
either
priest.
pull or lever, depends on
We'll
if you
get
like
the
it or not.
deposit back if we do that.
pull
Or
on the.
what was that?
What was that?
You
What was
can
that?
either pull or lever, whichever. It depends on if you like it or not.
Puller or lever? Oh,
Are you getting married,
wow.
Taven? Is this like a threesome
No,
sort of
I'm,
thing?
I'm,
I'm sorry, I'm
definitely
not really aware of how leprechaun
He's-
matrimony works, but these guys seem
he's
pretty open to
polyamorous.
whatever.
Pu-
Right.
He's polyleprechaunous.
Pupper.
Polyleprechaunus.
Leprechaunus.
Yes.
I wonder what that flag looks like. You better get in here. They're getting ready to start.
Oh my God! Another flag. Oh
Oh
yay!
no.
Polyleprechaunus.
Right.
Wow.
Cheese and pizza. All right.
All
Here's
right.
several
All right,
pamphlets. Get your ass to the church.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Crunchwrap. All right.
Wow.
Wow. I don't. Every time we come to Lux's,
I know.
Oh, there's something strange is going on. I don't know how she does this.
Hey, get out of here. Hey.
No, we're oh, bye.
Bye.
So long. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna pull the lever. Okay, lever's been pulled.
I left her. I totally left her.
We left her.
I left
Leave
her for
alone.
him, that's
Leave
for
her
sure.
alone. It's like, hey, Lux.
Welcome to the wellness lab. Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hi.
It's Lux. Hi. I'm sorry I
told
didn't
us
see
to
you
come
come down.
over.
I have cucumber slices over my eyes. Let me just
What?
lift them off here. Hello. Look how
Hi.
soft my robe is. Hi. Welcome to the
I know
wellness
your
lab.
robe is soft and your eyes are fabulous.
Oh, thank
Very
you so
well
much.
nourished.
You guys, you look amazing. I bet you could look even better. How
Mm-hmm. I know.
how are the energies of the world treating you, Barely?
Just wonderful. Do I need my energies
Fantastic.
to make Taven transform into something today?
Oh no, we have a horrifying scientific death
Oh,
ray
okay,
for that. But
okay.
for the rest of the lab, we now have we have several ungulants and creams.
But at least there's scented candles. That'll make it all
You know, absolutely.
Scented candles make everything
Just
better.
don't light
Yes.
the one that says Headless Lounge. It smells really bad.
Yeah,
What's
true.
going
Okay, I
on?
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see Rain's back there meditating. He's actually got a 9th chakra open, which is one I guess raccoons
9th.
have that I wasn't even
Oh.
aware of. Oh.
Oh.
I mean, you're floating a full 3 inches above the one last time you were floating, Rain. Good work, good progress.
I
All right,
know.
guys,
Thank you.
we're here.
He's
to
oming because he
change.
doesn't know the words clearly.
I mean, what are words?
Wow, that just
hypothetically?
felt on that just
I
landed
mean,
on deaf ears
it
all
felt a
around
little
the
bad.
world.
This
It's
is,
like,
I mean, laughter is a healing energy, and so
yes.
is my ability to write this all off on my taxes as
Yes,
some kind of
exactly.
advisory clinic. So, come on in, Taven.
Thanks.
I have a dolphin-safe lounge sack for you to
Adult?
sit in. It's not a beanbag
Adult
chair.
show
'cause
of a
beans are
sack?
not dolphin safe.
I get
Beans
an
hurt
adult show of
dolphins.
a
So yeah, just
sack?
go ahead and settle down.
I do. I
on
get
that.
an
It's
adult
stuffed
show of a
with-
sack. Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's stuffed with soybeans.
Yes.
They're not even actual soybeans. They're derived soybeans. Go ahead and sit down.
So if I need to
And
get back
barely
to, if I need to go
back-
somewhere, it's okay because I can derive the
Mm-hmm.
soybeans that are okay.
You know what? It's not about the
What?
destination. It's about the
Well,
journey.
because
all
the
about the
soybeans
journey,
were
yes.
derived.
All right. It's okay. Here's several crystals that don't
Okay.
do anything. All right, barely.
okay.
Okay.
Several
we
crystals.
need to
that-
actually power
oh, they're very
this thing.
purple.
Well,
okay.
I mean, yeah, that's
They're
the thing
amethyst.
is that like there's like reality and then there's like woo woo wherever we're at. I'm doing kind of
Okay.
a group thing, but it's more of like a poog thing. You know, we're kind of walking into wellness,
Well.
like mistakes into miracles kind of situation. Do you like the Lotus Blossom that
It's
I'm
very
floating on?
nice. Very nice.
Okay, I love it. I love it. But let's
Absolutely.
let's get
All
this
right.
going. Let's
Absolutely.
transform
Okay, so
Taben.
I'm going to. So what you need to do,
Yes.
is
Yes.
take this beautiful, pure lotus blossom imagined in the eye of the caring universe, rip it to shreds, and stuff it inside the transformation ray. Here you go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, it's so beautiful, and now it's gone. It's destroyed. My
You're-
tears are an expression
You-
of pure emotion. Let's get on the transformation
I'm
ray.
getting
Okay.
on the transformation.
All right. I know that you're filled with shame and regret of destroying such a beautiful thing, but that's okay because your regret also powers the engine. All right, Taben.
Well, great.
I need you to close your
wonder what
eyes and imagine yourself
Engine's
as a
the
dewdrop on a
Deep
leaf.
death ray then. Okay, I'm on a leaf. I'm not imagining
right.
death
Dewdrop
and
on a
regret.
leaf.
Yes.
and
You
war.
are flowing like
Okay.
water as this whole thing's doing weird sciencey stuff.
Okay.
All right, we're going to transform you in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh, bark.
There's a lot of smoke and magical puffness on the walk
Puffness.
over here. My God.
Yours.
Yes.
You know, I was
What?
sort of
Oh my
feeling
God.
with the spa vibes we were going for
Oh.
today, you'd be more spa
Yeah.
related, but you appear to be a movie theater popcorn machine.
That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
That's not quite the vibe we were going for, but that's all. So you're currently an empty, I believe,
Yeah, I'm
functional
pretty
movie
hungry.
theater popcorn
That's for
machine.
sure.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, you eat corn and butter.
Apparently,
I wonder-
I had
I
no
don't know.
idea, but there it is.
I mean, do you feel unfulfilled?
I feel
Taylor?
very unfulfilled.
Well, he's empty.
Yeah.
He's an empty little container.
Unfulfilled. I want you to close your strange popcorn machine eyes and envision what you need right now.
I am envisioning the
I
thing.
think he needs oil and kernels.
And in addition,
Not majors,
Okay.
but kernels.
All right. Barely, there's a tiny cornfield right behind you. Go ahead and pick some ears of corn and shuck them. All right.
Wow.
I'm going to go. Rain, do you
Shuck
have
the
my
corn.
therapeutic MSG?
I have the therapeutic MSG.
Thank you so much. Just float it over to me with your mind power. Yeah.
Just he's floating it over. It's amazing.
All right. I'm going to apply. I've got some ghee, some clarified butter. We're going to go ahead and put in here, and I'm going to shake
Okay.
some MSG into the little pan here and start
Okay,
warming
this
you up.
is-
How's that corn
it-
shucking going, Barely?
It's wonderful. I have 10 ears done and ready to go.
Okay. All right. Now we got to get the
You're
corn
all
off the
ears.
cobs. So go ahead and just wiggle. Be mindful
Wiggle.
about the task, and it will be
Well,
completed.
I was very mindful. I thought about it. I thought hard and long about
Perfect.
it, and long and hard. And here are the kernels off the cob.
Beautiful. All right, Taben, how are you feeling now that I'm putting MSG and butter inside
I'm
of
starting
you?
to feel like a Panda Express, actually.
A Panda Express. I do not believe they serve popcorn.
I didn't think they did
Panda
either, but
Express.
Well, he's got MSG
Yes,
and oil
but-
in him, so that's
A
pretty
little
much Panda
bit.
Express right there.
I
Yeah.
guess that's right. Yeah. hold on.
It's like
I should call
Panda Express will never
gonna
be
say-
a sponsor
Oh,
now, ever.
call Mr. Panda Express and let him know that he should have movie theater popcorn in their facility.
Yes.
All right, Tabin, I am going to pour the kernels into your little
I have a
heaty
heaty dish. I love my heaty dish.
TV dish.
And
A
I
little
put
heaty
those on
dish.
top. All right. Now, when it warms up enough, we should start to hear popping.
Wow.
Really? How about them sports ball? Whatever.
Well, the sports balls are good, I have to say.
Yeah.
I was very excited
gonna
about the
say.
sports ball. Well, Bailiff C last
Bailiff-
week. I watched.
Bailiff C? I know
Bailiff-
Bailiff C. He's
Bailiff
my favorite
C.
quarterback in hockey.
I know. I went
yeah.
to the sports. I went to the sports
The
bar
sports
last
thing.
week.
Yeah.
And I watched the sports thing going on
Yeah,
at the
sports thing.
betting booking
Did they get?
thing. Yes.
Did they get a touchdown with the ball in the score zone?
Yes, they did, and they made a basket in the wicket. It was amazing. It was
Basket
just
in the
terribly
wicket. I
amazing.
love highlight, man.
Yes.
Highlight is an amazing
Highlight.
sport.
It's
So much
amazing,
going
especially with
on
the
in
water
highlight.
polo. The problem with water
Absolutely.
polo is the horses always drown. But at
Right,
this point,
right.
I think all the popcorn has popped. So
Well,
Hey!
Oh,
And
look
there's
at
Katie too.
Look at that.
Wow. All right, hold on. I gotta. Okay, Tabin, you are now filled with hot, delicious
I
buttery
feel
popcorn.
very filled. I feel very filled. I feel like the circus paintings on the side of me are not like circus paintings anymore. They're more like Grateful Dead rainbow teddy bears and things. Very nice and zen.
Oh yeah,
Fluff.
there's some Garcias
Yeah.
there. There's also looks like a bootleg SpongeBob. It says Sponge Robert Square.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think his eyes are supposed to be
I don't
there.
think so. I don't know.
My goodness.
Oh.
All right. Well, technically speaking, since the food didn't come from you, I think it's probably safe to eat some popcorn. Barely. Would you like to eat the
Yes.
popcorn that your friend
from
made
my
in his
inside.
little
Sure.
bottle?
With
I
my
will.
heaty dish and
All
my
right.
panda.
I will and reach
All
inside
right.
my
Rain,
friend Tabin.
would you like some popcorn?
I would love some popcorn.
All right. I'm going to bring you.
Please
some
reach
popcorn.
inside my little open-y thing, and
I love the fact that it was a colored popcorn. I didn't realize that when I shucked the corn that it was going to be colored popcorn. That was amazing.
You know, it's
we got
kind of
purple,
like
yellow,
that crazy
green, orange,
Disneyland
yeah.
popcorn.
well,
yeah.
it's the Jerry coming
Yeah.
out.
Goodness. Absolutely. Tabin,
Yeah.
I'm starting to. What flavor is this popcorn? There's so much flavor going on in my mouth. It's indescribable.
There's orange chicken, and there's egg roll, and there's Mandarin
Wow.
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 chicken. Because Panda is still.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Manchurian Candidate, but that's all
No,
right.
I'm not quite to that.
I've
don't
never
know.
tasted the
I'm not
Manchurian
there, no.
Candidate. I don't know what flavor that would be.
Wow, this is incredible. Back into focus.
Was it-
Chinese food flavored popcorn is a revelation, despite the
It
strange.
is a
topic,
revelation.
apparently.
That's
It
quite
absolutely is.
I need a little soy sauce on my popcorn.
A little bit, absolutely. Well, I believe we are running low, even though time is a concept that is not recognized here
Yes.
in the Zen Lab. You both need to scamper about your way to talk about more math or whatever you guys do when you're not
Other
here.
things, yes. It's like-
Absolutely. So
But
go
I-
ahead and
I
push
kinda
Tabin back
wanted-
in.
well, I
Oh, go
kind of
ahead.
want to. Can I take like a whole bunch of this popcorn back
I'd like
with
to
this?
have some of
Because-
It would
me.
probably be good to empty the machine before we transform Tabin
transfer
back,
him
because
back.
I'm not sure what'll happen. If
Yeah,
we
let's empty
transform
that
him with
machine
the
out, yeah.
popcorn still
Okay. I
feel
in
like
your
I
body
would-
cavity.
Like,
All right.
I'll take a bag,
I feel like
please.
if we did that, if we
Alright.
didn't empty me first, I would feel very full for a long time and weigh about 6,000 pounds.
I
Yeah.
mean, popcorn is a light snack, but this is flavored
and I
after
mean,
Chinese food.
it
so it's
is.
sort of
I mean, every time you go to
Very-
Panda Express, how do you feel exactly? So yeah,
exactly.
But,
All right.
but an hour
After
later, you're
I've
hungry.
eaten it, I feel like I'm
well,
hungry
there's
again.
that.
Yes,
It's-
yeah.
Yes,
you're
an hour
6,000
later.
pounds for a few minutes.
It's not as zen. Yeah, it's not as
No.
fulfilling as proper spiritual practice. All right, Rain. Here's kombucha that I've only just mentioned now.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
drink it up. All right, Tabin. Any last thoughts as a popcorn machine capable of producing Chinese food flavored popcorn?
My biggest excitement about it is that I am not circus colored anymore. I mean, I always hated that. So this has been a very useful experience for me, I must say.
Absolutely has.
All right. All right.
Barely.
Let's
I don't
get
have
him
any more
back.
magical floating lotuses, but to power the machine, can you just give me your best ohm, Barely?
And Rain, maybe if you
All
give
right.
your best amp, it'll match his ohm very well.
Let's all chant together.
Oh.
Amp, circuitry.
The frequencies are correct. I'm going to turn you back in 3, 2, 1.
Bark.
Wow. Tabin.
Hi. Wow.
Tabin, hi.
Hey.
Turn around.
I'm turning around. Okay.
You smell like a binturong.
I was just thinking, do I smell like a binturong? I bet I do. Okay. The
You
buttered
do.
popcorn, yeah.
You smell like a binturong now. Buttered popcorn. It's incredible.
Well,
It's
Also, your
incredible.
tail appears to be an egg roll. I don't know how that happened.
Your tail is an egg roll. Well, we'll have
tail
snacks
is an
for
egg
later,
roll.
Tabin.
Good. Or
All
bad.
right, well,
Wait.
Go along your way. Just remember, this is all legitimate, actual medicine. And
Yes.
if you get your friends to show up here and also be transformed, that's really how you make money in this business.
Oh, okay. They can buy the starter kit. Really? Okay.
You become their through line, and then
I see.
And then we get a cruise ship. We can get lap band surgeries in Mexico. It'll be great. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and send you on back. Just
Okay,
remember,
thank you, Lux.
Just hurry through that leprechaun wedding, or otherwise you guys will join the power tour.
No, we don't want that. We
You
don't
are aware of
want
the
that.
risks.
No.
We're just gonna go out the
they'll
back
be
way.
eating my
We're gonna
egg
go out the
roll
back
tail, and
direction.
we don't want that.
It's just, I know. It's like they'll be dipping into Jameson, so we're gonna sneak out the back door. Okay.
All right. Safe
Bye, Lux.
travels.
Hi, bye. Thanks,
you.
Rain. Thanks,
Thank
Lex.
you.
Have a wonderful
Zen.
day.
Zen to everybody.
Of course.
Hi.
While we're walking back, I have to say, it's getting weirder and weirder every time we go to
I
Lux's
would have
place.
to agree with you 110%.
I'm not sure that we should go back again, but I'm sure that we will.
I mean, after the
because
Star Trek
it's us.
incident,
You know?
I didn't think it could get any weirder after the Star Trek incident, but
Well, the Star Trek and the leprechauns, and now this. But okay, well, all right. All right. Well, let's get now to our favorite section. People that wait for this for hours on end. We're gonna call
especially
it-
after what I just talked about. That was
I know,
hours.
but we're gonna talk about furries in the news.
Yo quiero furries. Yo quiero furries y chimichanga. Yo quiero furries y chimichanga y Colorado. Furnifer doesn't know I'm talking about the first line to Weird Al's Taco Grande. Taco Grande is with the furries because the furries like the tacos and the furries are also in the... I'll keep it short this time. The tacos, burritos are num num, posies bark bark.
Okay, so anybody that was at the Bill FC last week may have attended your panel on your spanel. Your
Cocker
panel. Cocker Spaniel. Wow.
Cocker Spaniel's
Anyway.
a puppy.
They may have attended your panel on Tabin Singh's Weird Al, and they may have heard that song.
So for any of you furs that might have attended that and can speak to what Barely just said, write us in and let us know what you thought. And there it is.
There it is. All right. So furries of the news. The first story is about Tony the Tiger. Now, as you know, June is Pride Month.
Oh.
And Twitter is all agog.
All
with
a Twitter.
fake image. I know. It's a fake image and headline of Tony the Tiger getting a furry gay makeover for Pride Month. This is fake. This is fake news. It's not real.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's all a thing. Now, Tony has, over the years, however, been an advocate for LGBTIA rights. He's an advocate for anti-bullying, not bulleting, but anti-bullying,
Only if he's
anti-suicide.
only if he's writing an outline for a speech will he be bulleting.
Right, but he's against that. So he
He's
just likes
against
the
that,
speech
no.
to go on with no
He
bullets.
just wanted
Just no bullet points.
Notes?
No
notes for me.
No notes for me. Now, he was at one point depicted in some not safe for work ways from fan art.
It's like a year or two ago. There was that.
Now, of course, the cereal company could have gotten mad about it and everything like that, but the Tony the Tiger Twitter feed, he tweeted that while he was proud to show his stripes, he asked that it be kept safe for work because cubs may be watching or reading the feed. So, Tony, Tony, you're great. I had to do it that way. I had to. I just
know
had to.
you. Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
duh.
I had to.
I would have hurt you if you. I would have disowned you, or I would have made you disown me as a pup if you did not do that. So I'm glad you did.
I'm so glad I did that. Now, I have a story about a Japanese guy, but I think I want you to tell the story.
Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah, because this is all up your alley.
It is,
up your alley.
actually. It is. So, there's some really great suit makers out there and everything. You might know, so many I could list off and everything. But as far as makers that do quad suits, Beast Cub Creations, as you might know, has made some really great quad suits, one of which has a border collie. I'm a border collie, so I love this. I actually met, I named him Wolf, because that's what he said to me all the time. I actually met him at FC 2019, I think. Anyway, I have a video on my YouTube of meeting Wolf, and that was amazing. And such an amazing suit. So really recently, speaking of quad suits, some man in Japan, he spent $15,700. $15,700 on, it's a collie quad suit to fulfill his lifelong dream of transforming into an animal. This suit is so beautiful.
It's amazing.
It is really amazing. I feel actually really happy for this guy being able to fulfill his, I really believe he fulfilled his dream with this suit. It's really amazing. And so if you go to the BFFT website, we have a link for this episode. We have a link there for the full story, and in the story there's a link to the YouTube channel with Doggy running around and everything, and it's actually really, I almost teared up about this. It was really cool. And this suit is so good because, well, one reason, because so the man is named Toko, and he commissioned from a Japanese company called Zeppet, Zeppet. So now they have to give us money because we shut them out. And this company specializes in sculptures. It's the law. This company specializes in sculptures and models for movies, commercials, and amusement facilities, as well as TV costumes and mascots. So they're very professional in this, and they did an amazing job. So all you first check this out and give this new wonderful doggy a shout out and a pet.
Give him a pet. Absolutely. Do you have any other things for the news?
I do not. I cannot even top that. That's just so amazing, and I'm not even going to try.
All right. Well, now let's hear from Chitaro as he gives us his review on The Secret of Nim. All right, so Chitaro, you're going to give us a little bit of a insight onto The Secrets of Nim. Tell us all about it.
Well, it was a movie back in 1982 called The Secrets of Nim. It was based off of a book that is a continuing story from the Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. But this story is taking place once the rats have taken over, so to speak. It starts out with a mother mouse whose child is sick. She lives on a farm in a garden patch, and basically what's going to happen is the plot of the movie continues on with there's a moving day for her house because she's living in a garden, and the farmer is going to tractor the garden, and if her house doesn't get moved, then her house will get destroyed. So she basically has to go to the rats who say, okay, we can do this for you. And of course, in the middle of this story, they basically tell you a little bit of background because NIM actually means the National Institute of Mental Health. And
Really?
So, yeah, so these rats have become an experiment. Mice, rats, and other animals have become an experiment for scientific research, so to speak, and they were getting injected and they became really smart. And so hence that's the secret of NIM, so to speak, that they've bred these rats to be smart. Well,
oh, okay.
yeah. And so when they finally get to the part where the tractor's going to come to destroy the house, all the animals are rallying to escape, and the mouse is trying to get her stuff in order, and she's going, no, we have to stop this tractor. And so they pull the fuel line and the tractor stops, and then she goes and sees the owl, and she says, go see the rats, and they go see the rats. And so they say, sure, we can help you move your house. Well, the ultimate part of this story is that the house got moved, but unfortunately something happened, and I'm not going to tell you what, because it's kind of a part of the movie that's kind of really important, but it was something that was really intense, let's just say. Basically, the final scenes of the movie, of course, are the house is moved, of course, because we have to save the house, and the family is saved, and everybody lives happily ever after. The interesting part in this story is there always seems to be a comic relief in a lot of these movies that are serious, and this time it was a crow. If you know who Dom DeLuise is, him as a crow is almost apropos. Yeah, and so needless to say, this whole story is wonderful. It gives some really good animation effects. It has a good story that makes you want to pay attention, so to speak. And so what I would say is that if you're going to watch it, there's no need to have read the story, because they basically tell you everything you need in this movie. But I would say, in terms of my wonderful rating method of my chirps,
Okay.
I would give this movie 4 chirps. Maybe 3.5 chirps, because it's not extremely a furry movie specifically, but with the rats and the mice and the owl and all the stuff, they're very humanesque, anthropomorphic, and it's kind of an exciting story, in my opinion. There's a few good lines, like, for example, when the mouse is on the back of the crow and he's taking her to go see the owl. She's really scared and timid, and she says, "Oh no, owls eat mice." And of course the crow says, "Only after dark." So needless to say, there's some really good stuff that happens in this movie, and so I recommend it completely.
All right. And what streaming services is it on, or did you have a DVD?
Currently right now it's on Pluto TV, if anybody knows how to get on access to that. But I actually had a DVD, so I watched it via that. So
awesome. All right. So 3.5, 4 chirps for The Secret of NIM from our movie reviewer, Chitaro. Thanks again for coming on the show.
You guys have a good day.
Okay, upcoming events. So, upcoming events, the weekend of June 10th through the 12th is Stratosphere 2022 in Houston, Texas. The weekend after that, the 17th through the 19th of June in... why do I torture myself with these German names? It's called CastleCon 2022 in Freizeitpark Camping Schutzhof Hob on Neckar in Germany. And then there you go. See, I'm learning how to speak German.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
I need to be hit by a bus, clearly, so I can speak with an accent. And then...
But see, if a bus did hit you? If a bus did hit you, you'd probably end up speaking like Swahili and not German, which is what you need to be speaking to be able to read the thing. You're like, Mr. Bus hit me again. I'm supposed to be speaking, not Swahili.
Germany.
Anyway.
That's right. Germany. Hit me with a German bus. Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me with your best shot.
Anyway, June 23rd to the 26th is PortCon Maine in South Portland, Maine, at the Hilton Hotel in Portland, Maine. And then June 30th.
That's the main place to be.
June 30th through July 3rd, just before the celebration of America's Independence Day, is Anthrocon 2022 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anthrocon 2022. The biggie. That is the largest convention in America.
Second large. It was the largest furcon in the world for a long time, and these days it's actually second now. MFF is actually bigger. Although I haven't been to really, yeah. So MFF, I forget. I think the last Anthrocon had 9,000, 9,500. I think MFF, the last one that I know about, had 11,000. Or actually 11,002 attendees.
Two.
That's like a small city. So it's the two that made it this small city.
We'll have to see whether Anthrocon can step up and get over 11,002 this yeyear.
So, you know, I haven't been to MFF. So as far as like largeness of the like convention center, I don't know what MFF is, but Anthrocon is like hugely spread out. It's like 1.5 million square feet. And to get to one place, like we walked 29.5 miles that weekend. The one time I've been to Anthrocon, literally.
I'm not surprised.
Insane. Yeah. It's huge. It's huge.
Well, it takes place in several venues over several city blocks, does it not?
It's just one venue, but the David Lawrence Convention Center is a 1.5 million square foot convention center.
Holy mackerel, that's insane.
It might combine with a hotel to get that, but it's all like one big thing, and it's huge.
That's insane.
It's huge.
Wow,
yeah, it's crazy.
That's incredible. If any furs go to those conventions and want to come on the show and talk about how it went, please contact me. We'll put you on the show.
Boop,
all
boop.
right, Tabin, I have to ask you a question.
Oh no!
Do you have a story for us this week?
So here's the thing: we've tortured our. Any for that's listening, if you're still listening, we love you so much that you are. But
yes,
I think I have a long story, and so I don't want to torture our listeners for now with a long story. So I'll postpone the story I have for next week.
Okay,
and instead, I'll tell an extremely short story, and then next week I'll tell the longer one that I had planned. Are you ready?
Okay, let's hear the short story.
Once there was a pup. His name was Tabin. He was a fluff, and bye bark. And there it is.
There it is. All right. So let's get to some stupid jokes.
I love how much you really loved that story.
I love that story. It was so story. It was a true story.
It was a very true story.
The character development was on point. I have to say that there was nothing wrong with that story. It was riveting. I cried a little. I laughed a lot. I peed
very
myself
quickly
a little bit.
Too.
I know. It was just, yeah. So I think we should get to some jokes. And do you have your joke book with you?
I do.
We're getting to the end of that joke book, I'm pretty sure.
We are. Let's see. Where am I? We're on page 78, and there are 80 pages.
Oh, we are getting to the end.
I gotta get myself a new. Yeah.
You better get yourself a new book.
It's only taken a little more than 2 years, but finally at the end.
Yes.
So for anyone that doesn't know, this joke here I have is called Funny Jokes and Foxy Riddles, and I don't agree with any of those words except the word "and" because they're pretty bad. It's a joke book from 1968 that was worth 75 cents back then, and now it's like worth $20.75 to give it to me. Anyway, but I have it somehow.
And there you are.
And there we are. And I don't read these jokes a head paw. A head paw? Mm-hmm. I have a head paw, apparently.
Head paw.
And
before paw.
Before paw. That's the word I'm looking for. Before paw. So we're all hearing these jokes at the same time, and it could go any way, and they're usually pretty bad. And Barely, tell us about your jokes.
Well, my jokes, I search out for the best worst jokes I can find, and I tell them. With that, my very first joke that I found today: why did the large bucket think that the small bucket was sick?
I don't know, because it was June 11th.
No, because it was a little pale.
Oh, cute. I actually like that. Oh, that's so cute. Well, the poor pale bucket was feeling so sick that he didn't even know the difference between a running man and a running dog. So, Barely, do you know the difference between a running man and a running dog?
I do not. What is the difference between a running man and a running dog?
Well, the man wears trousers and the dog pants. That is actually kind of cute. I like that.
That is kind of cute, yes, the dog pants. Speaking of foreign accents and German, since we talked about German earlier, I learned a new German word today.
You did? What was that?
I did. It's the German word for constipation.
Oh, yeah?
Far from pooping. I don't know where to go.
You're on a roll. No, you're on a roll. This is good. It's really bad, but it's really good. So no, I kind of actually approve. Oh my cow! Okay, so Barely,
yes.
You've been to school, so you probably learned this at some point in your school travels. Tell me, why do birds fly south?
I don't know. Why do birds fly south?
No, you do know why birds fly south.
Because if they flew north, they'd be north birds? No. Why?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna kill yourself if you're gonna be like, I should have known.
I probably should have. But go ahead.
Okay, let's do this officially then. Barely.
Yes.
Why do birds fly south?
Well, I don't know, Tabin. Why do birds fly south?
Because it is too far to walk.
Oh, it's the fly. I get it.
Oh my cow.
Oh my cow. I was in the gym the other day and I took a steam in the steam room and I tried to take a selfie while I was in there. I tried to take a selfie. Yeah. It was blurry. I guess I have selfie steam issues.
I got that. I think you do. And yes, I got it.
I have selfie steam issues, yes.
Oh, you do.
Mm-hmm.
There are like reading materials and stuff. And we're in the technological age. You referenced this earlier about how you had like a book with actual pages, like physical pages. And that type of thing is becoming less and less as we get more technological. But magazines are doing really well. Do you know why magazines are still keeping alive?
Why is that? Why are magazines still alive and kicking?
Because of the good circulation.
Ho, ho, ho. Ha, ha, ha. Hee, hee, hee. Oh, such good circulation. Do you know there is a country in this world and they draw the straightest lines ever? Do you know what country that is?
Oh, really? Someone that has lots of rulers?
Well, it's North Korea because they have a supreme ruler.
Oh! I was on to something there.
You were. They have rulers, yes.
Oh, this is so dumb.
Well, no kidding.
I mean the next joke in my book is so dumb. What you said was awesome,
okay.
but
all right.
I can see, like you tell your joke, and I'm like 5 minute pause.
Is so
and
dumb.
Like, this is so dumb. No, you were great.
Like, why are we doing this podcast? This is so dumb.
This is just a general blanket statement about the podcast. All you first. This is so dumb.
So dumb. Why do you even listen, people? Why?
Do I read this next one or not, or do I skip it?
Oh, go ahead. Please, no. You've led us up to it. You need to tell us now.
Okay, so again, Barely, you're educated. So tell us, what's big, purple, and lies across the sea from us?
Big and purple and lies across the sea from us. A big purple people eater.
Very close. I'll just tell you what it is. I won't even make you guess again. Grape Britain.
Oh,
I hesitate. Now you see why I hesitated here.
I know, and I'm gonna end this by saying, do you know what you call an annoyed lobster?
I do not. Barely. What do you call an annoyed lobster?
Why, that's a frustation.
Oh. Well, okay.
Okay.
You end there, but I'm gonna end here.
Okay.
So I know Barely, during this summer time, you like to go out and get some sun and stuff. So are you tan from the sun?
I do tan from the sun, yes.
Oh, actually, no, this is a two-part thing I'm supposed to answer. Okay, so So
sorry.
you ask me, so you say, Tabin, are you tan from the sun?
Well, Tabin, are you tan from the sun?
No, I'm Tabin from the earth. And that ends that.
That ends that bit. Before we close, I want to mention that we have a new merch distributor. It's called Redbubble. Now, they're not a sponsor, but this is where you can get BFFT merch, such as hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, water bottles, etc., etc., etc. Check it out. There's a link in the podcast notes. It's redbubble.com/people/Mike Began. That's my human name. And there will be a place there for you to shop. And I think part of the reason we went with the new shop was because, well, Bonfire was great, except they have a shipping problem. I have ordered 2 coffee mugs from them, and both of them have come broken. Rain has ordered 3, and all 3 of them have arrived broken. So it's like,
other one, wow.
Yeah, I mean, even the last one arrived broken. It's like, okay, clearly you guys are not packaging these well, so we're going to go with another company. So if anybody goes to Redbubble and orders a coffee mug, let me know if it arrives broken, and we'll find another merchandise place.
We'll find, eventually we'll get
find
there.
something. Right. Thanks to all the listeners in the creature. Wow. Listeners in the Creatureverse. How about all the creatures in the Listenerverse? We love you, and we hope to see you all at a con sometime. So until next time, I say moo bark fluff, wow. Thanks to all the creatures who tuned in to listen. We love you. We hope to see you at a con sometime. So until next time, moo bark fluff and stay furry. Tabin, take us out.
Well, hi.
Hi.
If all your furs are still listening, that's amazing, and thank you so much for doing so. If you've been a listener for a while, you know how much I appreciate it, and I really do. I don't just say that just because I do talk a lot and just to do that. But thank you for doing that. It means so much to us, so much. If you want to support us financially, you can do so at Ko-Fi or Patreon. That'd be great. Go to the new merch store. Don't go to Bonfire because you might get broken things, but still, that would help us out a lot. But again, thank you so much for listening. We hope we entertain you. We hope you learn some things. We hope you go to a con sometime that we're at so we can properly say hi, hugs, and stuff. So on that note, I say moo bark fluff. Love you all. Until next time, bark, bark.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and their guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and our associate editor Rain Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free is Library. Social media presences is maintained by Ziggy the Mean Weasel. Transfurmation Station is written and directed by Lux Operon with Rain Raccoon and is edited by Rain Raccoon. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT Chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at ko-fi.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.